Hi everybody, welcome back to Rosemaling with Art of Lisa. Hi, I'm Lisa. Don't mind me, I have woken up not that long ago. It's early in my studio, but I thought as I'm going to start working on this piece here, I thought it would be kind of neat to bring you into the studio and see how I'm going to repeat this pattern. Just a kind of a fun teaching moment. All right, let me go down to my table here and you can ignore the I just woke up and kind of mess. Okay, let's go down here. All right, get the angle in. All right, so this is kind of a continuation of a video I did about a year or so ago. Let's just see if we can get a good angle. Yeah, I don't have heavy production quality or anything like that. All right, so this has this nice burled wood finish, and I will link the video that I did something similar on a different plate up above. So go ahead and click on that, and so that you can see that, or come back and look at it, whatever you'd like to do. But typically on these plates, this is a 16-inch wooden plate. It's now painted in the Telemark style of Rosemaling. So Telemark Rosemaling, Rosemaling is a regional art form. So there's like 15 different styles of Rosemaling, believe it or not, and a couple of smaller offshoots. So this is the Telemark style, and Rosemaling, you'll see CC, you'll see C strokes, and you'll see S strokes. So I'll save that for another video. But typically on these plates, you will do a border on it. And this plate, I do a lot of wedding plates or different things like that. So you might have names, you might have anniversary dates, you might have baby dates. But for this one, we're just going to go ahead and do a border. And if you can see here, I've already started to my pattern. But now I've got this down and I want to repeat it. So I want to demonstrate how to go ahead and repeat or put the pattern down so that you can repeat this and keep it spaced well if you're doing something like this. All right, so let me just put this down for a second. Now, if you can see, I actually have marked off my plate here. You can see the chalk lines all around here. So I've gone ahead and measured out, and I do use something called a clocket. And let me see if I have one handy, because of course start a video and you think you would have, you know, what you're talking about handy, and no, it's off on the other side of the room, but you know, that's okay. Welcome to my life. So this is a smaller version of it, but you can see this is typically what it came from, a company called Clocket. I have to see if they're still in existence. This measures out a circle into even squares, and I have a bigger one that of course is not handy at the moment, but I went ahead and put that in the center here, and then I chalked out my lines. All right, so I've got that ready. Now, let's go ahead, let me turn this just a little bit more down towards my screen here. So let's go ahead and look at how I'm going to replicate this, or at least one way. Now, I'm not the foremost authority on all I know. I am constantly learning, but this is just one method that I have used to go ahead and try to replicate this. So I've taken a piece of tracing paper here, and I have gone ahead and lined this up and traced my pattern on my tracing paper, and I've lined the edge up of my tracing paper to the line that I chalked in. Okay, now I've also gone ahead and I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to mark my lines. Let's make sure I've got this right, okay, because I did start doing this and I went, oh, this is a great teaching moment. Hence, that's why I look like I just rolled out of bed, you know, kind of ill-prepared, because I'm just like, oh, let me do this. All right, so here is my pattern that I have marked out, okay? And I've also just made indentations here. I'm going to cut across these lines, and then I do want to find where my next line is, so I'm just going to put that in. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to cut around those lines. Don't mind my gigantic scissors here. This is like our Christmas scissors that we use for wrapping, and it just works well in my studio. All right, so if a mouse or something decides to attack me in my basement, then there you go. I've got a way. Okay. All right, so now I've got this here. Mark that out again. I can see that it lines up. Okay. I am going to just take a moment and take out a marker here. There it is. All right. Let's go ahead and darken this up a little bit, just so you can see where it is. Okay. All right. Just to get the base lines here. Now, I'm going to do this in a really simple method. Super, 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 super simple. Okay. So, and again, this can apply to, it doesn't have to be Rosemaling. It could be anything that you're working on. It might even be able to apply to fabric or anything like that. All right. So I've got this all set. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. All right. I'm going to take a piece of chalk on the back. I'm going to go ahead and just chalk over the back of my piece of tracing paper here. Okay. All right. So now let's bring this back. Now I'm going to line this up. Let me put it in such a position that you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to line up my piece of paper here with the chalk line that I have. Okay. I'm going to take a piece of this lovely ubiquitous painter's tape. Go ahead and put this in place. Okay. You can even get a second piece of tape here on this other side. Now, you can use something called a stylus. This is a stylus, all right? Or you can use a pencil or anything like this. And go ahead and just go over your pattern here with your stylus, okay? And this better work. You know, here I'm showing it, and it better come out. Otherwise, oh, well, okay. So let's see. I'm going to come around. There's a little bump there too, okay? All right, let's see if this magic worked. Okay. Oh, I can make it a little darker. Okay. Now, be careful if you're using a stylus or a pencil on basswood. This is basswood, so it's soft. Don't push too hard because you will dent your wood. If it's a harder piece of wood, well, that will work pretty well. So here you go. You can see that the pattern is there, and you can paint over this, and you can go ahead and do the same process and repeat around. This way you can match what you've done and work around your pattern. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing. You know, I can go ahead, I would reapply chalk. Now, because it's chalk, you can, and I'm working in acrylic, so this is drying fast. But if you're working in oils, it will take a little longer. You may want to go ahead and put this pattern around the entire thing, whether acrylics or oils. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, line up. Lay this down. Okay. And then do the same process again, okay? This way you have it all ready, and then you can go ahead and paint your way around your outer rim. I think I got everything. Nice thing is I can pick this up, take a look, put that back down again, just check. All right, you do probably want to go ahead and make sure and measure that you've got the same amount of room. Mine is about a pointer finger in between here, okay? So that it is balanced, and then you can go ahead and repeat again. All right, so that's the Lisa Lawrenson Art of Lisa Rosemaling tip for today for transferring patterns. I hope this is helpful. I will try to get some more videos out soon, and if you've enjoyed this little tidbit and like what you see, maybe not this just woken up look, well, hit subscribe and join me again. Remember, it's just paint. God is good. I hope you all have a blessed day. All right, take care. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee now.